Hey y'all, happy Monday, happy Monday. Hey Blackberry Molasses, how you doing? Blackberry Molasses, can you hear me? I can't even see the timer on my screen. What's going on with YouTube? I mean StreamYard. Goodness. I don't even know. I can't see the timer. I can't see nothing. Hey Unbound, can y'all see me? I mean, can y'all hear me? Yes, you can hear me. Okay. Thank you, Unbound. Child, I can't even see the timer on my screen. Hey Kim Kim. So 3 2. So I got an hour. I don't know what's going on. I can't see I can't see how many people are in the chat. I can't see the timer. I can't see anything. What is going on with StreamYard, child? It's always something, right? Hey, comment. But anyway, how's everybody doing? I appreciate you guys for joining me on this Monday. I hope that you guys have had a wonderful week. Child, I hope, right? It's a thank you, Tropical. Child, you know I was going to ask for a Tropical, right? Tropical, can you drop my cash app in the chat and tell people to hit the like button? Y'all hit the like button from time to time for me. And Tropical, can you also let me know when it's 4:12 Eastern Standard Time? Hey, sure, Burnett. Y'all, I can't see anything up at the top, and it's confusing me, right? I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna have to fix that. But anyway, so like the title says, chat, it's a whole soap opera out here, and I got questions, right? So I've been listening all weekend, right? And so, and I guess the hot topic right now, let me clean off my glasses. I guess the hot topic right now is the Kiki and Ken situation, right? And so as I'm listening to that whole soap opera right there, enter Diamond Dori and her boyfriend or husband or whoever it is, the guy named Rolex, and then they say the Rolex guy is Kiki's child's father. And I'm like, huh? Lord, it is a small world. Y'all remember that song? It's a small world after all. It's a small, small world. Child, evidently that hey view, evidently that is true, honey, right? Because I'm like, how in the world is that happening, right? And I'm like, child. And then okay, and so from where I started, well, I understand the Kiki and the Ken thing has been going on for a long time, right? And so I just been sit back listening to that. You guys know I don't comment on stuff like that because I'm really not interested. But I mean, after I was listening to Jay Wilson, and I think he did a video said it was complex or something like that. I said, well, let me listen to see what's going on. Because and then another thing I noticed, y'all, is that have y'all noticed that anytime somebody wants something to pop off, they'll send it to Jay Wilson? Y'all know why they send it to Jay Wilson? They send it to Jay Wilson. Hey, Sassy, how you doing, girl? Hey, Jay Wilson. They send it to you, Jay Wilson, because you are a signifier, honey. Okay, Caramel Bunny. And I don't mean it in a derogatory way. It's that you are a signifier, Jay Wilson, but you are also right. And I believe the same thing is if you put it in the streets, it is made public, right? If you put it out there, it's going to be made public. But Jay Wilson, dear, everybody need a good signifier on their team, child. And Jay Wilson, you are a good signifier, honey. You belong on the porch, okay, with your girl. Because in real life, a signifying somebody like you, I am here for it, child. I am here for a good signifier, baby, because I be like drinking my tea on the porch and my eyes and my ears be wide open. Okay, that is when you a good signifier, child, like the old people, you gonna get my attention. Cause y'all know them old ladies back in the day, cause it really ain't no old ladies no more. Hey Monet, hey RNYTV, hey Karma Bunny, and hey everybody. Okay, y'all please hit the like button. When you get to Sassy laughing, cause Sassy know what I'm telling the truth. You get you one of them good signifying ladies, child. Right, Jay Wilson? Good signifying ladies chat on the porch. Hey, Sheila, then honey, you get all the tea, right? You get all the tea. Okay. I know, right, Jay Wilson? That's why I said it's a small world after all, child. And why is Dori trying to act like she ain't bothered by the Rolex guy being allegedly Kiki's child's father? I got questions about. That's one of the questions that I got. Now, some of these questions are rhetorical, okay, but y'all know I just do my commentary. Hey, Demetrius body, and y'all don't shoot the messenger, okay? Hey, Lexi girl, how you doing? Right, so. Okay, so I get over there on Jay Wilson's and I'm listening to the drama, right? And then the guy hits Jay Wilson's pound, and I'm like, oh my God, right? And so at first, and then Diamond Dory said, um, see, this what made it a soap opera for me, right? Thanks, Tropical. This what made it a soap opera for me, right? Diamond Dory says, I sent Jay Wilson. No, Jay Wilson said Diamond Dory. Somebody said Jay. No, she sent Jay Wilson an email saying Kiki's child's father, I think that's what she said, want to talk, right? So Jay Wilson, no, she gets up there and she said, well, the father is on a three-way, right? And then people was like, right, Sassy? Sassy, you want me to drop the link so you can be my co-host, girl? Just let me know if you do, child. Because maybe you can help me make this make sense, right? Because I'm missing holes and y'all know me, I got a short attention span, but I'm like, okay, let me try to listen, right? Okay. And so anyway, she gets up there and say, the guy sent her an email and that he wants to talk and he's on the three-way. And everybody in the chat is like, that's him, okay, I'm gonna drop the link right now, Sassy girl. Everybody says, no, he's in the same room with her. Cause this, that, and the other. I was like, what? He in the same room with her? Like, what's going on? Child. So kind of find out he was in the same room. Y'all hold on, let me drop my co-host the link, child. And anybody, if you want to hit the link, child, feel free, cause I got questions. Like I'm trying to figure out this whole soap opera, right? But anyway, you got people taking sides. Okay, so people saying it's the same people on the. Now I don't know at what time. I don't know at what my thing is. I don't know at what point. Sassy, I dropped the link that people start realizing that it is the Rolex guy, which is Dory's boyfriend or husband. The Jay Wilson said I was gagged. That was actually the one on the phone, and they were actually in the same place. I guess because they lived together, right? And I'm like, oh my God, where did this come from? So it went from that to them saying the Rolex guy is okay, tropical. That that hate she to eat quiet storm. Let them make sense. Dory has lied and trying to justify. I know, right? I'm like, girl, that's the first lie that she need to justify. Cause I'm like, well, why you try to say it was the baby daddy? And thank you, Lexi. It was the child's father, whoever he was supposed to be, but you didn't mention it was your boyfriend or your husband. I'm like, huh? So I was confused. I was like, well, okay, so is this actually the child's father? You know? And I was like, well, let me drop the link for Sassy again, y'all, in case you didn't see it. But y'all give her a minute because y'all know Sassy be working, right? But Sassy know all the details, right? Now let me fast forward. Let me do a side note. Why I'm glad Sassy was in the chat is because Sassy did a community wall post, and evidently Kiki didn't appreciate Sassy's community wall post. Okay, and so I gather if you're not on her side, quote unquote, then she's not going to appreciate what you have to say about the situation, and then she's going to threaten to sue you. But like Jay Wilson and I always say, honey, if you make it public, people are going to talk about it. Because if you didn't want people to talk about your personal life, why in the world? Let me repeat, why in the world would you make it public? Right? And so much has come out via this conversation, right? So it went from this guy emailed me to it being her boyfriend or husband, and then to it being um Kiki's child's father. And I'm like, if that ain't no whole soap opera, if it ain't the world turns General Hospital, Days of Our Lives, Child, all my children all rolled up into one beef sector style, right? I'm like, girl, let me put my brand up here just in case it say sassy child, cause you know they be trying to, ooh, Lord, they be trying to get you, girl. They be trying to get you. Hold on, sassy. Girl. Ooh. Is this sassy?
I don't even know why I come over here just to get in trouble, child. I can get in trouble by my damn self.
I know, right? Me too, sassy, but it's always fun to have a coca spiritual, okay?
Always. Hello, darling, and happy Monday.
Happy Monday, honey. How are you today?
I'm good. It was a little busy at work, so it just settled down before one more late meeting. So I'm like, I got a little time, honey. Let's go.
Girl, okay, well, let me ask you this, sassy. Let's dive right in, right?
Okay.
So,
Hey, chat. Huh.
why did Kiki get mad at your community wall post?
Well, actually, it came before that. So I was in Reed's chat early on. So I don't know. Today is Monday, maybe Wednesday or Thursday. I don't know. I can't remember, but I was in Reed's chat that morning, and this was the day after she announced that she had lost her job.
Okay.
And all I put was, well, not all, but I'm going to act innocent. But what I put was, I said, honey, miraculously by Monday she will have her job back. Basically
Mm,
insinuating this is all a lie, because
mm,
I don't use the Oracle name, but honey, I'm not a queen, I'm an Oracle. Okay.
okay.
Okay. So I knew it right off I just knew, you know what I'm saying? I knew it. So anyway, that's what she was upset with. And she went live. I didn't know that she was talking about me. And somebody told me, I caught the very tail end of it. Her mods wouldn't let me stay in the chat and, talk to her, whatever, whatever. I thought that was a whole punk move. So then that's when I put up the community post calling her a D-lister, saying that obviously she wants some of Sassy, and I can give my opinion if I want to. And it's not that I don't like her, but I
Right.
know she's about a whole bunch of shenanigans and tomfoolery. And on top of that, I think that I thought at the time that she was completely lying about the situation, and I still do.
I can't believe it either, sassy. Like I'm trying hard to take it seriously, you know, but it's just so soap opera esque in my opinion. And my thing is, I'm like, so you didn't know that your child's father was Dori's boyfriend or husband, but y'all at one point in time y'all were cool with one another. Like I'm trying to make that make sense. And then she said something about she recognized the voice on online or something like
No, no, but to tell the story correctly, she
that.
did initially recognize the voice, but then when she went back to listen to Jay Wilson, is when she said, "Oh, that's my baby daddy." Then she let her daughter listen to it, and her daughter said, "Oh, yeah, that's my father." Okay, but let me tell you this, Miss Olivia. I wasn't live when he first came on Jay Wilson's panel. Or yeah, I
Mhm.
wasn't live that first time. It was replay. As soon as I heard the voice, I girl, I never go back and search anybody's videos. Okay, that's just not my
Mhm.
thing. I don't have the patience for it. I'm not. Everybody got their gifts. That's not one of my gifts.
Mhm.
I went back and searched Dory's videos. It took me 5 minutes. I gave it to my back chat and I said, "Now y'all tell me this ain't Rolex."
Mm.
So how in the hell do I know as an outsider what your baby daddy sound like, but you don't know? Okay,
Girl,
carry
girl. So wait a minute, sassy,
on, girl.
sassy, sassy,
What
sassy.
happened?
Did you let the beef sector know that that was in fact Rolex?
No, I didn't because see, this is what had happened was when me see when I had went up there on Tracy's panel to tell my homegirl, some few things, they started calling Sassy messy. And I was just laughing to myself. I was like, no, Sassy is sassy and Sassy is shady, but Sassy is not messy. But honey, if y'all want to see messy, then I'm gonna act a whole complete fool on my wall until the end of 2023. And so that's what I have been doing. I want to show them what messy feels like, darling, because that's not it.
Girl, okay, they have
No,
no idea.
no
I agree.
idea. Are you
Okay,
kidding me?
no, no, no idea. No, I agree. I
I
agree,
said,
Stacey.
what?
People see sometimes people are mistaken, and Yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. But let me read this from Lexi. Okay, Lex says, I'm confused because Dory and Kiki were cool. That's what I had said too, Lexi, right? She said, remember Kiki, the tea lounge, and Dory were right tight in during QB era. That's what I was saying. So if they were supposedly so close, how is it that Kiki didn't know that her child's father was going with Dory or married to Dory? Like, how is that possible?
Hey Sheila E, long time no see, beautiful. Let me just pose a few questions for you when you have these questions, okay?
Okay, go ahead. Hey, Journey, go ahead.
So riddle me this.
Hmm.
At one point, about a year and a half, 2 years ago, Rolex and Dori were on a world tour, correct?
Yes.
They were on ZX's panel when we didn't even really know who ZX was like that. They
Mhm.
were, I believe, Jay Wilson's panel. He had cursed Dori out. They were always on her panel. Dori was the hot topic. She was always on Pizarro's panel. I mean, she
Yeah.
did like just like a 2 year, rotation of these panels, right? And
Right.
various time points in time throughout that 2 years, we would hear from Rolex in detail, not even just from the background. He would take the mic from her, correct?
Yeah. I remember. Yes, absolutely.
Okay. We all know that Kiki was here during that time, even under her troll pages. I don't know, but she wasn't visible as Kiki, but she was here. We can tell that because when she came back, she knew everything that had happened, correct?
Right.
So at no point in time did she ever hear the baby daddy.
That's what I'm saying. Thank you. I
I
don't. That
was
don't make sense to me.
okay.
Yeah, that don't make
Okay.
sense to me. And so Journey, do you got time to be a temporary mod? You in tropical? But anyway, I was confused by that, right? And so that's what makes me think like, okay, is this a soap opera? Is this true? Like, has she told? Now, see, listen. I got so into Jay Wilson's video that I had to go listen to Kiki's video when the child she says the child is speaking, right? I forgot her name, but she says something her name and then she says speaks, right? So the child gets on YouTube and I don't understand why. And she said that, this is my dad and blah 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 and blah blah blah, right? And so I'm like, okay, so if she really doesn't know, she had never spent time with her dad, is does she really recognize her dad's voice or did her mama say that was her daddy? But then you got the Rolex guy saying that that is his child. So I'm like, is him and what is her name? Is him and Dory lying? Or is it actually his child? See, that's where it's kind of I'm stuck. I'm like, is this really his child? So what do you think? Do you think it's really his kid?
I can't conceive it because
I
again,
can't either.
there's too many loopholes. I mean, first of all, I'm an odds kind of person, right? So the
Right.
odds
What is
are astra fucking nomical, right?
Exactly.
The odds are astra fucking nomical. Okay, that's just off top, right? But people win the lottery, okay? So okay, let's put that aside that the odds are just astra fucking nomical. Then on
Right.
top of that, you and her, Kiki and Dori, were very cool, had each other's phone numbers when y'all were all at QBs, okay?
Right.
So Robin is my mod. She's in the chat. I have, a few people that I call my secret back chat. I mean, I just don't see how
I don't.
one of us wouldn't recognize something to that degree. You know what I'm saying? Like this is not just like, oh, we share an acquaintance or oh my gosh, we went to the same school. Even that's astronomical. But this is my baby's daddy.
Exactly. I'm like, this is a really small world. I mean, like, like you said, what are the odds? I'm like, and I was having a problem with that. I don't believe it. Like, it could be
And
true.
and then their stories. See, the thing about I judge people off of their blueprint because blueprints, are real, right? I mean, you can't have a foundation without a blueprint.
Right. Absolutely.
So Dory was not married to another man when she came on here, Jay Wilson. She was with I'm glad Jay Wilson said this. When Dory came on the scenes, here with to us. It was about 5 years ago, correct? I'm gonna wait for
Yeah.
the chat to say because I've been here 4 years. I felt like Dori was here like a year before me.
Mm.
So when I met Dori, Dori was married to Rolex. So
Okay. It was 5 years
that,
ago.
right.
Okay.
So if I'm waiting for someone to correct me in okay, Pastor met her other husband.
Oh
Okay,
wow.
what year was that? That's
Mm.
this is good because I've been wondering this part.
Let me go to the website.
I've only known Dory
Is
to
this
be with
really you?
Rolex.
Is this really you, Jay Wilson? I don't want to put up the banner, but oh yeah, that's Jay Wilson. Okay. Hold on. Hold on, Sassy. Hey
Okay.
Jay Wilson.
Hey, what's going on? Can y'all hear me?
Uh
I
huh.
can hear you. Absolutely.
Okay,
Go
really
ahead.
quickly. When I met Dory, she was married to someone in the military. She had an off and on with Rolex, but once she divorced that husband, she started dating Rolex. But when I met Dory, she was married to another man.
What
So
year?
Rolex is not the first.
What year was that, Jay Wilson? Do you remember?
That had to be. I think she divorced him when I met her in Virginia. I think they were going through that and she was messing with Rolex. See, she started messing with Rolex when we fell out,
Mm.
but
Do
he
you
was always in the background.
know like a timeline about not specifically, but just about? I'm trying to get to
So
something.
she was with that man when we had Labor Day.
That
And again,
2019.
I forgot, like I said, when I went to Virginia, she was with them. I don't even remember. You remember when Kimmy was talking about her car and everything was just going to hell in a handbasket? That's when she was with Rolex. That was kind of the beginning of that. But Dory has been married. This is Rolex is not her first husband or romantic interest. Because
Okay.
I talked to her first husband.
So Jay
Okay.
Wilson,
So
was she fooling around with Rolex while she was still married? She was having an affair?
She
uh,
may have, I'm not sure, but I know that he was in the background because it happened real quick. As soon as she divorced that husband, I think she was with Rolex.
so we're
Oh
talking
wow.
2019-ish, correct?
I think so. I mean, but
Okay.
like I said, I'm thinking in that time frame.
Okay, so
Mm.
that by what you're saying, that has to mean that she knew Rolex probably if even if she was messing with them, we're gonna guess 2017, 2018, correct? Ish.
Maybe. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So doesn't that mean that she knew Rolex before she knew Kiki?
She may have. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. That's what I'm trying to get to
But
because I
I'm just trying to say because I'm listening, but I'm like, she was with someone else.
yeah,
And so yeah, but you're right. Now I don't know because I ain't in nobody business.
right.
I ain't in nobody business, but
Ooh,
it could be a good indication that she was dealing with Rolex. I don't know. You would
I
have to ask her.
don't okay,
well, let
but
me
it's
ask you
All
around
this,
right.
the
Jay Wilson. Wait a minute. I'm sorry, y'all. I just really want to ask this. Unbout says, can you ask him if she was only best friends with Kiki to spy on her for Rolex?
Well, you know what? That could have been. I'm thinking when I'm listening to Sassy talk,
Mm.
because I'm listening and I'm like, that could be the case. I don't know, but that's a damn good question.
Ooh,
That's a
child.
damn good question.
Ooh. So
mm,
do you think Kiki might not have known uh that Rolex was in Dori's life?
But Miss Olivia, I'm gagged. I was like, okay. So when she said that, I'm like, okay. I'm like, how she know this man? And then the next thing you know, is they together. I'm like, oh my God. Is this
I
what?
know, right?
I'm like,
I
you
know.
can't keep nobody, honey. I'm telling you, baby, everybody, it's just like changing clothes and giving somebody some clothes at the Goodwill. I'm like, well, damn.
Exactly.
I was gagged. I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that. This is why I tell people, stop trying to put me in stuff talking about I'm working behind the scenes. If I was working behind the scenes, damn it, I would have knew that. I'm like, what the hell?
I don't think you working behind the scenes, Jay Wilson. I just think they send you information. They know you signifying. We all do. I love a good
Well,
signifier.
this is
And
the
if it's
thing. This
good,
is the thing. I'm gonna let people say what they want. My thing is,
yeah,
I'm not there to say it's true or not. I'm telling the people
right,
it's your decision. Make the decision. But I'm here
right,
for all that you wants to give me. I'm here for it.
right.
I'm here for it.
That's what
mhm.
I mean. There's
If you
nothing
want to
wrong with
tell
that.
it, I'm gonna let you tell it.
Right.
Mhm.
There's
But
nothing.
what I will say, and Miss Olivia, I'm gonna drop down. But what I will say is there's no victims except that daughter.
I agree.
Everybody's grown. Kiki ain't
That was
innocent.
it.
Okay, Samantha
Yeah.
Graziano, aka IHOP, aka I went to the Walmart. She ain't innocent.
Okay.
Kiki ain't
Okay.
innocent because I told Kiki that you made that covenant with your wife, and not that. And I told Kiki that, and Rolex, all of this stuff. The only person who's innocent to me is that young lady, and hopefully she gets 18 and really do some different things. I mean, because she doesn't deserve this.
I agree, and I want to speak on that too. But just let me say, Jay Wilson, it ain't. Thank you for your service, because it ain't nothing wrong with being signified. Because it had not been for that live that you did when Dori and the Rolex guy dropped down, I wouldn't be doing this live right now. Because I really can't pay attention to people like
It's a lot.
Kiki or Dori. I can't pay attention to that world on in the B sector because it's too much. You know what I mean? But it really caught my eye when people in the chat start saying that, hold up, he's in the same room. Is that Rolex? I'm like, what?
I'm sorry, Rolex ain't shaming his past. Rolex said, you check me, I might have 20 pictures. I'm like, damn.
Mm.
And hold on now, how you meet somebody in the strip club as a waitress? What was she serving? Steak and shrimp? What in the hell?
Mm.
At
That's
the
what I'm saying.
baby at the script club, and Rolex ain't had no problem. And I believe Rolex was at that script club because he give me script club. He give me script club. I'm
But Jay
like, well,
Wilson,
damn.
Jay Wilson, did
And
you hear him
Rolex is
say
from
that?
Houston, and you know Kiki from Houston too. So they both from
Yeah,
Texas.
yeah. But did you hear him say that pretty much Kiki was out to get a whole trick baby off of him?
Baby, he said he didn't even trust her in the house. He said when he went to work, she had to go. I'm like, oh my God,
My God.
oh
Uh,
my God. Now that's what he said. That's what he said.
Mm.
child.
He was real. That was real. See,
I
that was
know.
real. You came at that man. I felt that in my spirit. I felt that in the core of my bones. That
Me
man
too.
ain't saying. That man said I was at the script club. He said I would love them and use them. Okay, he was fire and desire. Okay,
Oh, child. I
that's
was
what
like, oh
he
my
did.
God. He just said she
And
had a
he
whole
said
trick
he had
baby.
that baby until she was 3 years old. And baby, she said he gave her $1,000 for a fish tank. That must have been a bad damn fish tank. And he
Mm,
said she took that money and went to California with a white man. And
I
that's why he didn't get the
know.
baby. I'm like, oh my God.
I know. Y'all can't
I
tell me
don't
this ain't
believe
no whole
it.
soap opera.
And see,
Mm.
this is the thing. This is the thing. If she didn't have custody over that child, something ain't right. Because most mamas gonna get custody over their children if they halfway decent.
And then
What
I don't
happened?
understand, like, I'm sorry, go ahead, Sassy.
What happened to the NFL player years ago that was fighting for custody of the child? What happened to that story?
I don't know. I don't know. But
Was
I
it
understand why
remember that?
VS jumped in there. 'Cause, I mean, it's a whole nother man that her and VS dealt with. It's a mess. It seems like
What?
people just sleeping with everybody. Baby, if you got a breathing tube, baby, you good.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
I'm just saying. So, Miss Olivia, I just wanted to say that, but it ain't no spoke in here, but I really that Rolex, Timex, Casio, whatever his name was,
Oh,
Boulevard Movado. I
No,
believe
he
he
don't.
was telling the
They
truth
don't
at that
care
stripper club because, baby, I felt that. I felt that he looked like he go to the stripper club just to get some steak and shrimp. Okay,
oh,
I'm serious. He just give me them teeth. He give me them vibes.
about half
oh,
off cocktails, darling.
oh,
Okay. And she was a
oh.
waitress. And let me tell you something. He honored her. He didn't even call her a stripper. He said she was a waitress. I'm like, damn, people still defending your honor.
Okay.
Mhm.
He didn't
Mhm.
want. Yeah, he didn't even want to call the baby a trick baby. He said she
Oh
was
my
Oh
out there
God.
dancing or something like
my
that. I was like, oh Lord.
He
God.
said 2 weeks later, honey, 2 weeks
2
later,
weeks
it was a
later,
baby.
I was like, damn. How did he find out in 2 weeks? But okay.
I'm like,
Right.
Jesus. And people are up there talking about paternity test. I'm like, well, if he signed that paper in the state of Texas, he the daddy.
Yeah, he the daddy, whether he is or not. He the daddy. Yeah, absolutely.
Well,
But somebody
well,
just
but
said down in the chat she got two baby daddies. Now, see, that's my thing. I just really find it hard to believe that all of these people are intertwined, and the intersection of all of that in the middle of the street is the beef sector. How in the what?
well,
Like Sassy said,
Well,
the
Olivia,
accidents
let
are
me tell
all
you
been
something. It's a
happening.
small world, even in San Antonio. And I ain't, because, I'm good with people, but it is a small world. And that's all I'm going to say. I ain't going to say no
You
more.
right. You right.
Hmm.
You
It's
right.
a small world.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you don't know who. You don't know who cutting people hair, nothing, child. It's a small world.
I understand, but I mean, Houston is not a small world. DMV
Well,
is not.
San Antonio ain't a small world. It's the seventh largest city in the country. And who would have thought?
Yeah,
You're
but the
right.
big
You're
city,
right. You're
But
right.
Sassy, let me say this though. Let me say this though. I don't really know what's going on really, but it's gonna
They
come
will-
out. It's gonna come
they
out.
will-
Like now, let me say this. Thanksgiving is coming, beach. I'm giving you Thanksgiving, girl. Thanksgiving coming, beach. That's
I
all I'm gonna
put a
say.
bat signal
Thanksgiving
out for
coming,
you. I
daughter.
put a bat signal out for your girl on my wall this morning, honey. I'm hoping that she'll answer the bat signal. But back onto the leading story, I
Mm-hmm.
appreciate your style, Jay Wilson. I understand that we have to constantly say we are just doing commentary. We're not trying to say that one person is right over the other, and it's a shame
right,
that we have to continue to say
right,
that. But for those of us who choose not to pick a side. Now, this particular
right.
story, I'm very definite, right? Um, but generally speaking, I'm just commentating on the shit, and I might do a little funny. So I just wanted to say to you that I have you up here that I hate that you have to keep saying it and belaboring the point. They have
Right.
beef sector. Y'all have to allow everybody to do what they do, and some of us don't want to pick a side. We just want to give y'all the
Yeah,
facts and do commentary.
But
Damn.
some people are very invested,
Yeah.
Sassy. They are very, and they have favorites, and then they want to say Ken done talk about children. How many women done talked about folk children on this beef sector? It's not only
yeah,
Ken. If we gonna have that energy for Ken, we need to have that energy for everybody. And I'm talking about people I get along with, because everybody, most people, not everybody, but a lot of people in our sector have done it. I mean, how many people done talked about Reed Child? And I don't appreciate that. I don't deal with Pete, the heart of Philadelphia, in the bed of Philadelphia. I don't like her, but at the end of the day, I'm not talking about her children. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Yeah, they
I'm not
talk about
talking
them
about
in this
anybody's
industry.
child, and Ken has said the most disgusting things about me when I hadn't even come after him. He has since apologized and we have waved the white flag. But as it relates, see, my emotional intelligence is very high. And as it relates
Exactly.
to these things on the internet, and I don't actually know these people. So therefore, I don't have to do for them. I don't have to feel for them. I don't have to have an emotional attachment to them. I
Right.
can give a fair, unbiased opinion. And so
We
I'm
got
not
that.
talking about Ken. I will talk about Ken as it relates to this situation, but right now we're on Diamond, Dori,
Well, that's
Rolex.
what I'm saying, Sassy. I know you bringing it back, but this is what I was telling those people yesterday. Y'all talking about the man criminal record, okay, but that don't have nothing to do with that baby and that
So,
man and that woman. It's,
oh,
it's a red herring. All you trying to do is get off the topic. So
that's
that's what
right.
I'm saying, Sassy. And my
That's
thing is, I kept on steering it back. That's why I didn't let BS up until Ken and that man finished, because I did not need anybody to interrupt their conversation. And then afterwards, I brought VS up. And it was a damn if you do, damn if you don't. If I didn't bring her up, it would have been like, oh, Jay Wilson scared to have me up, which I'm not. I just didn't want her to come up. That I didn't know how they was gonna go left at 50 miles per hour. I ain't know that, but it is what it is. And ain't because they trying to say I'm trying to set her up. But the bottom line is it goes right back to Ken and that man having a conversation. Is that Kiki baby daddy? It has been verified by Kiki and the daughter that it is. This is what they have verified. Nothing that I made up, nothing that I said. These are what these people said. Now
Right.
the big issue is plugging the holes in. Baby, I didn't know that Dora was dating Rolex. I'm like, what in the hell is going on here? I'm like, are you serious? Are you kidding me? Miss Olivia, I was gagged. I'm like, are you
Me too.
serious?
Me
mm,
too. I still don't know if I believe it or not. It's just too coincidental. I'm confused.
Yeah, and I stood in my ish. I said, yeah, I talked about you, Rolex, with that livestock. I was singing the farm in the Dale. They said you was stealing chickens and cows and
no,
shit.
but they said
I
they
sat
didn't
right
know
on in it.
nothing. They lied and said they didn't know nothing about that child. That was the
That
first
thing
thing.
was so hot. That thing
Baby,
was hot.
everybody knows he had stole that. They said he had stole that livestock, but them two that never heard it before. I said, child, I can't and I
Yeah.
shan't.
I don't know, because I was roasting Dora when we were getting along about that chicken and them cows and things.
And
Okay,
whatnot. The
okay,
ponies and
we was going in there. Do you get it at night? I mean, we were really going in, but
yeah. Do you get it at night? Do you still them at
baby,
the
we were going in
midnight
on
hour?
Dora with that. We were going in.
Mm, mm, mm,
But he
mm,
was he was honest enough to say that he was in OKC and he did get pulled over. See, one thing I will say about Rolex is he said, if you check my record, he said when I was 20, I was doing a lot of crazy stuff. I mean, he done owned up to his stuff. He said you can check me out. Now
Right.
I don't know what kind of real estate he doing. I need to find out.
Baby, stop. Baby, that's embezzlement real estate,
Okay,
baby.
is it commercial? What is it? I just need to know.
Mhm.
I kind of was
Basement.
wondering that too.
He sells basements, I heard.
Okay,
Oh.
well, whatever it is, but now I put up that picture of Dori, y'all. That's how I met Dori. Now, if she went down from when I met her to now, and that's how she looked, I don't know what happened, but that's how Dori looked. That's why I put that thumbnail up because she's not a bad looking woman. I'm gonna be honest. Now, I saw that camera slip. Maybe she was having a bad day. I don't know.
Mm.
I don't know, Miss
Ooh.
Olivia and Sassy,
Well,
but I
I
haven't
saw that
seen her since
slip.
then.
I saw that camera slip live at 6 a.m. in the morning. I stood up in the bed, not sat up, stood up. Okay.
Okay.
And I said, what kind of damn filter is that? And then
Ooh.
to come to find out that it was real, I was flabbergasted.
Ooh.
Mm.
So
Well,
that was
like I
nice.
said, the Dori that I know look like that. And Dori was not a slim woman. She's not fat, but she's a thicker. Okay,
Mm,
she's not fat, but she got some meat on her bones. Okay, I'm just
mhm.
saying.
Not anymore.
But I don't know what happened since then. Okay, that was a couple of years ago. You know, things can happen. You know, so
Yeah, yeah, they sure can.
yeah. Well,
Wow.
Olivia, I thank you for letting me come on, Sassy. It was
Oh,
good talking to you all. I'm on this
Opportunity.
highway and I don't want to have a little incident. So
No, that
but
Jay was
I'm going off. Thank
funny.
you again, Olivia.
all right. All right. Thank you for coming up, Jay Wilson. I
All right.
appreciate it.
All right, bye.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Child. Where we
Okay.
going next?
All
You
right.
know what I want to do? I Some of these things that aren't factual, I would like to dispel them because that's
Yes.
one of the things about these cockamamie stories is
Yes.
that they throw so much out there that the typical, I'll call us readers, the typical reader or
Mm-hmm.
viewer is a better word.
Mm-hmm.
We can't keep up. And
I know.
so and then the story starts to get all messed up and
Mm-hmm.
see, now this is a dangerous zone, okay, where
Yes.
I'm about to
Yes.
go.
Yes.
But one of the things that I would like to dispel, and that's why I was asking Jay Wilson, is the fact that Kiki took Dory, no, Dory took Kiki's man.
Mm-hmm.
If in fact she was already with Rolex before she came, no, it couldn't have been before she came here. So right after she came here, or no, she was with him before. Jay Wilson just said she was on and off with Rolex,
Right.
and then she was married, and then she got a divorce. Which I'm not judging that at all. That means that she was going through a tumultuous time in her marriage, and probably they were already out, out of
Right.
sort. And so
Right.
she was already dating this guy when she came on this platform. That means that she didn't take Kiki's man because she didn't know Kiki at the time.
Right. Right.
So we can dispel that. That's
Mm-hmm.
not an accurate rumor or assessment, right?
And that was never really Kiki's man, according to Rolex.
But I'm just saying, whatever you want to say,
Mm-hmm.
like is she like
Yeah, no,
basically
I know what you mean. I agree. I agree.
yeah,
I
what
agree.
they were trying to say is that once they got close, Kiki confided in her about her baby daddy, and then somehow miraculously,
No.
Dory met him and she stole her man. It can't be true.
No.
Let's
No.
just
I
dispel
don't.
that.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, I
The
don't agree
other
with
one
it.
The other one is that, and again, now this is a really dangerous. There is no way in hell that I would be taking up for Ken Nolan news. If I told you the shit that motherfucker said about me, it was just ridiculous and disgusting. Okay, like I said, it just was ridiculous. But I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just anyway. I've just moved past that anger that I had for him for even saying such horrible things. Right, for me.
Mm-hmm.
Now the
Mm-hmm.
kids and all that shit, it's just disgusting, and he fucking knows that. I don't have to keep
Mm-hmm.
saying that or prove to anybody that I think his actions are disgusting. It just
Right.
is what the fuck it is. Okay, it's
Right.
disgusting. But the other thing is that we have to remember that Kiki knew all the disgusting, despicable things that he did when she
Mm-hmm.
chose to get his phone number and pass along her body, her naked body, her salacious pictures, come online to tell us all that she was in love with him several times.
Exactly. But
So we
let me interject, Sassy. Right there, stay right there, because this is what I want to talk about. So you claiming that you in love with Kiki. You don't want to let go, but you know he got a wife, right? I don't understand. See, some women got to have somebody. And I understand that she's got some mental health issues. But Kiki issue, I think when she first realized that Ken wasn't gonna leave his wife or whatever, because now I heard Kiki say that I heard Ken say that him and his wife was going through something at the time when he started talking to Kiki online, and when him and his wife got back together, he was trying to back up or whatever, right? But you got some women just like them women from Thin Line Between Love and Hate that don't know how to let go, right? If you ever seen that movie. And so I think maybe she could be that type of woman, because some women, uh, they got to have just any old kind of man at all as long as they got somebody, right? But Kiki is wrong. And I'm not talking about that. We know all that disgusting stuff that he done said about kids. But Kiki, if you listen, you are wrong for having some type of virtual affair when you know good and well you ain't gonna leave your wife, right? But I mean, I'm not surprised that you did this stuff, because as a man, a lot of men online, to me, I don't even understand how they can be that invested in this social media app, because you're supposed to be out hunting and gathering and find yourself something to do. Like, how do you have time to be on here like that, right? Number one. And number two, uh what's this tropical? I've been typing OracleSpeaks like you. Not sure where Olivia speaks.
Oh, that's kind of true. You and tropical do kind of sound from like.
And so but thank you guys. Oh, Olivia speaks. Yeah, I don't know. That's not my thing. Journey is what do you call it? My cash app is Oracle Speaks. Uh-huh. That's it, Journey. It's Oracle Speaks. Child, I've been putting the wrong thing up at the top. I didn't even realize it said that. Thanks for bringing it up, Chlorio. It is Oracle Speaks. That's my cash app tag, y'all. That's my moniker or whatever. It's Oracle Speaks, not Olivia Speaks. But anyway, oh, I lost my train of thought right there because I just had to catch that. Sorry about that. Let me change. Let me take that thing off. So Kiki, you are wrong when you no problem, Journey, no problem. Kiki, you was wrong for doing your wife like it, right? And you are wrong for coming on here and embarrassing your wife by having any type of conversation of that nature with another woman. You are wrong for that. And if you was my husband, I would bust you in the top of your head to the white meat, okay? And get rid of your butt. Because you're doing too much. And I heard your woman in the background, I think on Jay Wilson's video that night, and she really got to care about you because you deal with your nonsense. Okay? Because you would have been out of me in my child's life. I'm because you do too much. Right. And the second point I want to make is people are talking about these pictures that Kiki posted of that Ken posted of Kiki's daughter, right? Now I haven't seen these pictures and I don't go looking for them. But my thing is, who gave him these pictures? If they've never met, if Ken and Kiki has never been in each other's presence for real, not even in the same state, how did Ken get those photos, Sassy? That's another question that I had. Because I'm confused as to how he got the photos.
She sent them to her. To him, excuse
So
me.
so you sent Kiki a picture of your daughter with what a two-piece on? Is that what it was? A
I
two-piece?
didn't. I refuse to look at it either. I just know it was a
Yeah, I'm
bathing
not.
suit from everybody
Yeah, I didn't
talking.
get that.
Uh
So
huh.
you sent a man that you don't know for real a picture of your teenage daughter with a swimsuit on. And if it was a two-piece, that's just like sending him a picture of your daughter in a bra and underwear. Because that is what a two-piece is in my mind, is tantamount to a bra and underwear, right? So you would send that to a man that you don't know for real. And the question that I have for you, Kiki, is why? Why did you send that picture to Ken? Like, what was your purpose behind that? That's what I want to know.
Well, I can tell you that what each of them said. Even
Okay.
Ken says this
Okay.
as well, that they were friends, right? They were friendly behind the scenes or whatever. I mean, at this point, she had probably already sent him her naked body and salacious pictures. but they
Mm-hmm.
were out and about, and she was basically just like sharing a family photo,
Mm-hmm.
and it just
Oh,
happened to be like them, on the water. That's what both of
mm-hmm.
them say. But when it turns, makes a left turn, is when they fall out, and then Kiki accuses Ken of being the P word.
Mm-hmm.
Ken's retaliation was, if I'm such a P word, why would you send me pictures of your child?
Mm-hmm.
And then he reposts the picture. So that's a little bit of um wordplay, and a lot of people keep saying, but he posted her picture, but he posted her daughter's picture. Again, not taking up for Ken, but in that context, in his weird mind, he's trying
Right.
to defend himself by saying,
Right.
but you've been sending me family photos, so why would you think that I'm a weirdo? You see,
Right.
and
My
that's
thing is
continuing
my,
to
my
get
thing
lost.
is my thing is and Kiki, you was wrong. Ken, you was wrong for posting that photo. And Kiki, you are a mother. And your role, your number one role as a mother is to protect your child, right? So, like I said, you don't know this man for real. You don't even live in his state. You don't know if he's a child predator or not. And okay, you sending family photos, but why would you send that particular photo? Why would you send any photo of your daughter in general? Because you don't know this man for real, right? And Ken, that was sleazy and greasy of you to post that child photo like that to try to prove a point. But Kiki, he never would have got. See, if you don't start nothing, it won't be nothing. And as a mother and as a woman, you know that you don't send out those types of photos randomly. I had a discussion this morning with my niece in an outfit that she bought my great niece. And my great niece is 14 years old. But what she not gonna do is where something untoward that don't match what it is too much to school. Okay, that's what we're not gonna do. I don't care if it's the style or not, and I had to tell her that. But it's the style. I don't care. She ain't wearing it to school. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
but
in my opinion, and I might be old school, but I never would. Now, I don't know if this some new day stuff, but it seems very, very unsafe to me to send that type of picture to a man that you don't, to a man in general, but to a man that you don't know for real. And you see what he did with it, So to me, is a type of exploitation on both ends. Okay. Now, I don't want to. Um, well, I don't even care how it sounds, but Kiki, the girl, I don't understand how that you put your child in this situation, number one. And I'm not talking about with just Ken. I'm talking about in general. Even the fact that that young lady got online to defend you, that says a lot to me about your home. Okay, that says that your daughter is so worried about you and protecting you that she can't even live her own life. And how dare you, as a grown woman, whether you have mental illness or not, put your child in that situation? So my thinking is she don't know what her daddy sound like for real. All she know is what you done told her. Cause the little girl said she really don't know him like that. So I'm thinking, and then somebody in the comment section a little while ago said she got two daddies. And as a father, Rolex, if you are her daddy for real, how dare you come on here acting like you super dad, talking about getting on every panel in the world, talking about you want to protect your child. If you really want to protect your child, you will have your child. Because we all done see Kiki come on here drunk and all of this her and all, and if she's that acting crazy to the to the degree of how she act online, if she's anything like that online, that means your child is in danger. So if you such a super dad, okay, why would you still have her in that situation? And I don't believe you when you said you had custody of her for 3 years and then she pretty much kidnapped the baby, I'm sorry, and you didn't do anything about it legally. Like, how is that freaking possible? If you got custody of your daughter and the mama go off with the child and don't come back with her, Why are you not contacting law enforcement if you were so worried about your baby? And if that is true that you had custody and Kiki took her off and she been on the run with her, like, I don't understand how you so cool with her still having her after all of this time. And how is you gonna protect her over the internet? I don't want people talking about my daughter, but every time you click a link, you talking about your daughter. It's just like you, Kiki. You got them posts on your wall. I'm not talking about my family situation. How dare y'all bring my daughter in this? Girl, you the one that brought your daughter in this. Like, what you mean? Like, I was supposed to be good parents first and foremost.
Can girl, don't get upset about these fools. But
I'm
can I
not upset, and I know I feel passionately, but
girl,
but
don't
Sassy, it is just so I see so much um
there but
neglect on these streets. That's why I don't like to talk about it anymore. And for people to be having people's back when they are clearly neglectful, that is beyond me. But everybody got a right to support who they want to support. And it's all just real sleazy to me for real. You know what I mean? I don't even mean no harm, but I have seen children in a whole lot of situations. And this is a bad situation. That child should not be responsible for the mother. Now, I heard somewhere, I don't know if it's on Jay Wilson Sassy, you tell me if I'm lying, but I thought I heard somebody say that Kiki's daughter had to drive her to the mental institute and because she had a nervous breakdown. And upon the child trying to return home driving the car, she had an accident. And Kiki, now I don't like I said, I heard it somewhere, and Kiki said the girl had to pay for the damages. Now, what I'm trying to make that make sense. That is not her responsibility to do that.
but
She
hold
is
on.
a child.
This is what I'm saying about the passion behind it.
Uh-huh.
What fucking sense does that make? And if this nigga knew that, Rolex said that. And if this
Mm-hmm.
sorry, no good for a nigga ass slave talking ass nigga knew that,
Yeah,
then how he didn't know how to get in contact with his daughter?
exactly.
They
That's my point.
lying, child. They lying. I don't
Yeah,
care what nobody says
yeah. I think
until
it's a
I
lie.
see a birth certificate. And I'm not suggesting they dox themselves. I'm just putting
Right,
it. This is rhetorical for those of you
right,
slow people out there. But
right.
until I see some proof, you can't make me believe this shit because
I
I'm
got
telling you,
you.
they put out so much bullshit.
I agree.
I think they sitting in a trap house right now, getting
Yeah,
high, fucking and sucking on other people they don't know and popping
yeah.
pills, child, and eating salty, cheap ass ramen noodles and drinking booms for them. Shout out to the person who said that on my comments.
Okay.
Because it does this don't make how do you know to that level what happened to a child? And you're
Yeah,
a caring human being, let alone their
yeah.
parent, and you
Right.
don't go rescue them. Come on.
Exactly. That's my point. That's why I don't know if it's true or not. And if it is true, oh my God. And I'm hoping it's not true. You know what I mean? That's my issue, Sassy. And but as far as Kiki goes, I understand that she has custody of that child. And just on the side note, girl, you need to get yourself together. And I think you're telling the whole goddamn lie. You, Dori, and that Rolex guy. I just simply don't believe that.
Don't even make sense. Now
It
you
don't
know
make
that
sense to
type
me.
of detail. And then let me tell you, girl, I caught him in a few lies.
Mhm.
One of the lies I caught him in was saying me and my daughter have a good relationship. I text her this, that, and the other.
Right.
Then it's like he caught himself saying the lie. And then a few paragraphs later, he says, but I can't, I don't know where they live.
Right, but you live 15 minutes away.
But you live, how do you know you live 15 minutes away, but you don't know where they fucking live?
Thank you. You live down the street and around the corner, but you don't know where they live.
Ooh,
Okay.
child, I
Okay.
called to my
All right.
shot.
Okay. See, that's another reason why I don't believe it, Sassy. You
Well,
know,
let me
I
tell you
just
this.
don't.
And let me say the other thing. It's a whole bunch of things, but the other thing is, why did they come out now? Why did Dori
Exactly.
and Rolex come out now? And if that's your child, why are you playing games? Why are you talking about you the baby father, but you not Rolex? Let me tell you
Mm.
why. Let me answer my question. Because they count on, they meaning the script writers, in my opinion, count on
Mhm.
people second guessing themselves. They
Mm.
count on people being triggered because there's a lot of trauma down here in these streets.
Mm.
They count
Mhm.
on people being severely gullible. And so I
Mhm.
think that they were
Yep.
like, they ain't gonna even remember Rolex voice. So we just gonna
Mm.
keep saying that it is Kiki's baby father, but we're not gonna admit that it's Rolex. Why are you playing games with your child? Why don't you just say, I didn't tell y'all because it wasn't none of y'all business. This is Rolex. This is the reason how Dori got the information. And
Mhm.
I want to, blah, blah, blah. But guess what? You don't even have to go through all of that to find your daughter if you're serious. You don't have to come on
Mhm.
the internet to find your daughter.
Mhm. Mhm.
What a
You
mess.
you doing all this talking online, spending all these hours going from panel to panel, but you are not getting in your car and going to see about your child for real, and you live 15 minutes or down the street and around the corner. Make it make sense. I don't understand that train of thought. And as far as the little girl, my question is, I mean, did she agree to this script, or does she not know who her daddy is?
Both, but she doesn't have a choice, Mrs. Olivia, and that's what I was
I
going to tell
know,
you before. She doesn't have a choice in the
I
matter,
know.
and that
Yes, she
is the
doesn't. It's
sad
mad.
part. That is
Yeah.
the sad part, and I'm sorry to bring this up, but
Mm-hmm.
Beach. I saw Beach driving in that car, truck, whatever SUV
You love with that little girl.
for
Mm.
3 fucking hours
Yes.
after school. The girl could not even decompress.
Yes.
Non-stop talking, running
Yes.
into neighbors, going to the nail shop, going to the police department, I can't even change my clothes, eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and FaceTime my homegirl about what happened on the playground. Okay.
Yes.
I
Yes.
can't even
Yes.
just relax in my room while my mama cooking dinner. Cause see, that was my life. Well, not really, because I was latchkey, but you understand, you get the gist. But
Mm-hmm.
I can't even just decompress as a growing into a young adult. I have to be on go. So that's a much lighter situation. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to compare you to this situation. It's a much lighter situation, nonetheless,
Mm-hmm.
still very hectic for me and the way I grew up.
Yes, it's still dysfunction. What it
It's
is dysfunction.
it's very
Okay.
hectic, right? Yeah. So
Yeah.
then you take someone like Kiki, that
Mm-hmm.
if that girl, somebody said, I think I was on the hood table. It might have been Corio. Corio, was it you? I think so now. But that was like, that girl probably has had to call the job for her mama when she's in a drunken
Mm-hmm.
stupor. That
Mm-hmm.
girl has probably had to lie to family
Mm-hmm.
members on why they can't make the function. This is not
Mm-hmm.
anything new for her to say,
Mm-mm.
I'll
Mm-mm.
buy you blah blah blah, but I need you to come on the internet and tell these people,
Mm-hmm.
because we playing a game. It's just a
Exactly.
little game that we playing. Don't worry about it.
Exactly. Exactly. And that's my whole point. That you said it much better. Y'all please hit the like button. They say it's 82 likes and over 400 people in the chat. Please hit the like button. But I absolutely agree. That was my point. That was what the passion is for, Sassy, because the daughter is like they're switch roles. You see what I'm saying? She's 17 years old. She says she just said the mama says she just turned 17, but it would appear that the daughter is more responsible than the mother. The mother is the child in this situation, but the mother is also the manipulator because she's the authority figure. So, and then with Kiki's track record with men, does the little girl even know who her father is? And if she do, does she realize that? And like you said, her mama said, "Well, we playing the game," and would she coax her to get on here and lie? That is so
I believe
ugh
that
to
her
me.
character is such that she would coax her daughter to lie.
I think
I
so.
don't think that that's even
Yeah.
you can't even argue that point, right? I mean, she's a
Mhm.
liar, she's a script writer. I think that somewhere in the mental illness, and I think that's
Yeah.
for everybody in this crew. And let's get
Yeah.
on Nicole Reloaded real quick. But I think that's for everybody in this crew. Their mental illness is such that we
Yeah.
can't understand it because it's so deeply embedded in some kind of YouTube or internet fame is
Mhm.
associated with their high trauma
Mhm.
and mental illness.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I think
absolutely. I agree.
anything, any fucking thing goes as it
I
pertains
agree.
to me being able to go viral.
Yeah, see, this is what happens when you have to deal with childhood trauma and it's never been dealt with. You saw, and then you have children, and you're doing is passing on that trauma to your kids. That is what keeps generational curses going. So you can't say do as I the old people used to say, you can't say do as I say and not as I do. So people like Beach and Kiki, for example, you are doing nothing but teaching your daughter how to grow up and deal with relationships, not only with romantic relationships, but relationships with with like your girlfriends or just people in general. So you are showing them a very dysfunctional way to live, and it's going to come back and bite you in the behind. That's what it's going to do.
Because
And
even the
I
best of relationships have dysfunction. The best of relationships have
absolutely,
a element of dysfunction. So then
absolutely,
you adding to the damn dysfunction, and then it changes the verbiage at some point. It's no
yeah,
longer dysfunction. It's fucking high trauma.
I agree. I agree. I
Now
absolutely
I'm
agree.
sounding like you, Miss Olivia. I'm about to go.
Good. No, oh, you ain't going nowhere, Sassy. We into it now. But tell me, go back to what you was going to say before. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go on that long soliloquy, but people know I get triggered by, young people. You know what I
Mm-hmm,
mean?
mm-hmm.
That's why I'm
I
not
mean,
trying not to speak on it anymore. I didn't even want to speak on this really, but
you
then
don't
I did want to speak on it
you
because I
don't
had a
want to, but
question.
it's a central part of the
Yeah,
storyline. I don't
like you
want to
have
talk
to
on
speak.
it.
Is that you have to speak on it because, like you said, it's an integral part of the storyline.
Mhm.
And then I'm thinking, yeah, I'm listening to Kiki, and then I hear this little girl, and I'm thinking, bitch, how dare you?
How dare
That's
you?
what I was thinking, bitch, how dare you?
And that was
But
her
anyway,
second time coming on. I didn't hear the second time. I heard the first time, and that was enough for me. That was her second time coming on.
oh, really? I
You,
only heard
you
one
see,
video with the daughter. It
did,
when it said her name, and then it said she's speaking. That's the only one I heard, and that was
she
more
spoke.
than enough for me.
She spoke earlier this week, and it was traumatic. The things that
Oh
that girl
God.
was saying was traumatic, and it was ridiculous. And that's when I said, "Oh hell no!
Girl, oh
Oh,
girl, go on, Kiki. I mean, Lord, go on,
I rebuke it. I
Sassy.
rebuke it."
I
Um,
know that's right, child.
well,
I'm going to
let's
mute for a minute, Sassy. Do your thing for a minute, okay?
okay. Well, I'm just gonna talk to the chat then while you gone. Then so we can
Okay,
talk
thank you.
together. Very traumatic, choreo. Hey, Levon, come through Centrical. Okay. Ooh, Miss Cruiser says as flirtatious, seductive, charming, manipulative, impulsive, and lively. Okay. Hey, QQ girl. Hey, Maverick. Y'all, this is a mess. How much longer do y'all think we gotta go with this storyline? I mean, it's kind of getting uncomfortable a little bit, right? What's up, Tia? Let me get back to being stable later, y'all. These folks don't done lost their minds. Tia, come on back. If I gotta stay, you gotta stay. Hey, sexy toy lady. She probably spent her entire childhood taking care of her mom. It's saddening. Ooh, y'all, let's just pray for our parents that were responsible, that are here. I know some of y'all have lost y'all parents who are no longer here. Y'all, let's just thank God for our experience because it could have been so much worse. Lord. Suri says the daughter was using YouTube lingo. What does that mean, Suri? What did she, how so? Hey, Nikki, baby. Boss says, remember Ken admitted to Bless Watkins that he had mental health issues too, that he was bipolar. I do remember that. I do remember that. I mean, seems to be, Ken's seems to be very interesting to me. You know, very, it seems to be different. And I don't know if that's a male versus female energy or not, but it somehow seems to be I don't know. It seems like he understands what he's doing, and but I don't know. I don't know. It's very interesting. Hey, Adrian, I'm just taking over for just a short time. For those of y'all who are coming in, y'all hit the like button, please. Miss Olivia went to go do something real quick. The words people use. No. Oh, I know what words are YouTube, but I want to know what words she used, Siri. Like, oh, like narrative. So that girl used the word narrative. And what other words do you remember she using? I'm over, to be honest. It's a play. That me and Corio think it's a play. because we're dealing with the biggest play runners that we know of in the sector. Now, the other ones must be a lot smarter because we don't know of them, but you got the biggest play runners in the sector all running together. I mean, it is wild. Wild. And every time they come up with a storyline, it takes our attention for months. I mean, it's not just a little something. I don't care how much we say we're tired of it or it's a play or they're lying. It takes our attention for months. This is like the biggest play running group of all fucking time. Not saying Kiki has histrionic personality disorder, but that is what they were describing on the panel, the desire for attention to the point of being irresponsible and lack of discipline. Histrionic personality disorder, HPD. Okay. I don't know. I don't know what she got, but she got something. And I know she knows she got something. Lord, she switched from a drunk to sober real quick, didn't she? I didn't even know you could do that. I'm a functioning, I guess, tipsy girl. I don't know. I'm about to drink soon as I leave this panel. But I ain't clicking no panels and y'all ain't about to see no red bras. I'll tell you that. Bitch, please. I'm for real. Not HPV, Brian. Brian, why you drop down from the clouds with that? Boy, you know crazy.
I'm back, Sassy. Sorry about
Okay.
that, child. I had to get UPS. I can't leave it out there, child.
I know that's
The,
right.
the dog will rip that box to shreds. Do you hear me? Oh my God, it's horrible.
Oh,
But
girl. Okay, let's talk about Nicole whenever you finish what you're saying. I just
okay,
had to say
go ahead, because I don't even really know about this part, but I did hear her name floating. But go on and talk about that.
Lex, that bitch.
Oh,
No. Listen, I'm too good spirited to be like, you know what I'm saying? I'll just be laughing at these fucking idiots. She's a
me
fucking
too.
idiot. She's a
Me
fucking
too.
retarded idiot. She is so fucking delayed. That
No,
bitch, if I vanquished her, Kwani, that dumbass bitch, they just used that fucking, that
no.
motherfucker. Here come Dori yesterday, Miss Olivia,
Oh,
talking all solemn and shit.
no.
We're gonna go over there to Nicole Reloaded's house. I say,
Oh,
oh shit, here we go. The motherfucking do girl of the play runners. Anytime
oh
they
my
got
God.
it's 2 or 3 do girls, I'm gonna leave you other motherfucking do girls alone because y'all don't be fucking with me. But y'all know who y'all are, baby. They be do wop, do wop, do wop. I be saying,
Okay.
damn, every time somebody
Yeah.
get it, the big dogs get into some shit. Here come these motherfucking do girls.
Yes,
Anyway,
God. I know a couple of them too, Sassy. I agree.
girl, I'll be
Girl.
like, bitch, give me my own storyline, ho. You know,
Okay.
anyway,
You
Mona,
trying to take over.
bitch, give me my own shit, bitch. I need a peach, ho. No, I'm not on no background, bitch. Anyway, this motherfucker's a friend of the goddamn housewives looking head asshole. She, we're going over here to Nicole Reloaded. Girl, we go. I got to go though. You know what I'm saying? Girl, we
Okay.
going over there. Girl, it sounds like a motherfucking recording to me because Nicole can't say shit. They just using her platform to try to, take to push this narrative. Okay. She can't even talk. She can't ask no questions. She can't do shit.
Well, and work at the farm.
What's you, Miss Olivia?
Before I left the house,
Okay.
I've been sitting up for 20,
Oh,
almost 30 minutes.
Miss Olivia, you got another device on.
I'm running out of gas. That's why I'm talking to you. I'm trying to see what's
Oh, okay. We are Sean P. We put names on it. So they go over there and use doo wop number 3 to spin this narrative and to have Rolex have, his moment in the sunshine. And then Dori comes live, not live, excuse me. Dori starts talking when what does Miss Dovey call him Roscoe P. Coltrane. When he stops talking, then here comes Dori. And I'm like, Dori been there the whole time. You would have been better fucking off telling us that Dori's on the line and this is her husband and this is what he has to say. It's just nonsensical. Y'all, Miss Olivia be back. Then Nicole, y'all go check out Miss Dovey's live from last night. when she put Nicole's name in the panel. Child, Miss Dovey tries to talk to Nicole because they're very familiar with each other. Nicole, because she's a
Shit.
do girl. She was over
Sorry
there.
about that, Sassy. Sorry about that.
You okay? Oh, hey, honey. Okay. And so I'm just talking about Nicole Crazy Reloaded. And so I don't know if you saw her. She's so crazy. I don't know if you saw her talking with Miss Dovey last night. But
No, I didn't. Uh-uh.
oh,
Mm-mm.
girl, y'all got to give that a click in the view. Girl, in the first 3 minutes, Miss Dovey is being nice, Miss Dovey, okay? Because I don't know if y'all know the history, but Nicole Reloaded, Do Girl Reloaded, she used to help out Miss Dovey. She sent her things before to her home. She just was fond of Miss Dovey, okay?
Uh-huh.
And so Miss Dovey was slow walking it with her, And girl, in the first 3.5 minutes, do you know this girl started crying?
Uh-uh. For what?
What happens? She's Lex. What? Because what do you mean for what? She don't need a reason to cry, honey.
Well, that's true. Yeah, I agree.
She cry. I mean, she just I just try to help people, and I just tried to help facilitate the conversation. And brother Roscoe needed a place to talk. I said,
No, you did.
girl, I said, if this bitch don't shut the fuck up. And then,
I'm
girl, let
not.
me tell you this real quick. Do you know Roscoe and Dori cussed me out? Well, Dori didn't cuss me out, but Roscoe called me a bitch and told me to go to hell.
For what?
See, what had happened was, I can be a little sassy at times. And so I specifically would not drop down in Dori's chat because I was trying to be good. I do be trying. And so then Nicole Reloaded started crying and having a panic attack. So I just had a laughy emoji. Okay. I just had to laugh. That's all. Okay. I just had a laughy emoji because the shit is fucking funny.
You ain't right.
The fucking shit is funny. And so I put the laughy emoji and Dori saw it. And then at the end of her dissertation, Dori said, and Sassy, I'm not going to block you, but nothing is funny about this shit. Nothing. And I said, well, it's hilarious to me. And she
Okay.
said, well, you're sick. And I would question your moral compass. And I said, when you question or recalibrate your meds first, who the fuck you talking to? And then
Okay. No.
okay, recalibrate your meds first, ho. Okay, you first, okay. And so, and the nerve of, she said, I'm looking at you funny now. And I type, you looking at me funny is funny. Because that's what I do. We can do this all day. Okay. So then she's reading it out loud, and Roscoe P. Coltrane is like, who said that? Who said that? And she's like, the Sassy Show. And he was like, go to hell, bitch. And I said, your mama, nigga, fuck. It was funny. It was so funny. That's just a side note. But I don't know why they be but I don't know. Anyway, what is y'all trying to tell me? Are y'all trying to say that somebody has a petition against me? Or
I saw it. I saw that in the chat.
What they trying to say? What happened?
Maybe they saying Nicole got a petition on you or something, or Nicole trying to
Nicole?
you or something.
Nicole don't even have $3 in her bank account.
Girl, she said you doxed her bank account, child.
Bitch, what you using? What she using that shit? Them people that legal aid, or what the fuck is she using?
Child, I don't know.
I remember the hot link.
But let me ask you this. I mean, well, let me just say this. Sassy, you have brought me clarity, and now you brought me clarity. Well, I left off, and I had to mute it to get my package or whatever. But when you said that that whole thing about the playwright and all of this and all of that, I really think that this is my theory, right? So my theory is, and this is just my theory and my theory alone. I am not psychic, okay? But I feel like Kiki, her being friends with Dori, and in extension being friends with what was his name, Roscoe / Rolex. I think that they done concocted this whole thing because Dory come out like you said every so often, and the story is just fantastical, and it just takes the sector for a loop. And Dory a lie. She seemed like she the type of person. Her and Kiki seem like they the type of person that will lie to you in your face, and they lie so well that they believe it themselves. So I think that this whole thing was just a setup. Now, for the fact that they inserted the daughter is beyond me. But Kiki girl, I think you doing this at the end of the day because you got so deep into it with Ken that you don't know how to let go. And it's just spun off into a whole different scenario. Enter Dory and Rolex. Like, I'm thinking, girl, I
That's
don't believe none of this.
because you know what I thought? That's kind of how but you know what I thought? I thought that perhaps she was trying to position herself to get rid of Octavius.
Mm. Who, Kiki?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I don't know.
I mean,
Possibly.
there's no proof or anything. I'm just saying in my mind, I thought, is she trying to do this to get rid of not this whole thing, but
Uh-huh.
it's just like positioning herself like, okay, I'm done with that storyline. Let me get rid of Octavius, then I can move on to another. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of moving around because she never stays on one thing too long. I
Right.
don't
Possibly.
know. So it's funny that you said the other, like you feel like she's trying to position herself to basically get rid of Ken, right?
Well, get Ken out of her system, so to speak. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
And
Yeah.
also pay him back. I think it started out really. I think it started out as a form of payback because she was calling him the p word, and all. And what about the pictures and all of this and all of that? I think that got too hot for her. So insert Dory and Rolex in the whole situation about that's my daughter and all of this and all of that. And when he first came out on Jay Wilson's, he was trying to argue with Ken, and then Jay Wilson, stopped that, and Jay Wilson went back to the subject on the daughter, and then VS popped up on the panel, and then they popped off the panel real fast, and that said a lot to me because why did you leave so fast when VS popped up on the panel? Do you see what I'm saying? And
Oh, but
so
honey,
that kind of
thank you for that. Yes, that is a crucial point. When VS jumped on that panel,
mhm,
baby, Dory said, "Get your ass off the goddamn panel." Because it's
right,
on. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
right. But Kiki, I mean, child, I keep saying Kiki. Sassy, hold it down for me one more time, okay?
Okay. Hey,
I do
Ishika.
one more time. I'm sorry. Just go
Oh,
ahead.
you're okay. You're okay. Hey, Ishika, Lady T. I believe Kiki is baiting VS. Oh, do you? Oh, to do what? That was another thing. If you guys look at the trajectory of last week, it was like, oh, I'm going to court for VS. Well, what has VS been doing to you? It didn't appear to us that she had been bothering her, right? And then it was, oh, I lost my job because Ken called and whatever, which that was a whole just, y'all, that was so ridiculous to me. Ken calls some number that has her voice on it from what I'm hearing. I didn't hear it. I unless I just happened upon a doxing, I really try to avoid it. So I didn't hear it for myself, but enough people have said it. He's calling a number, leaving a message. Then the next day you're fired. Then a few days later, your baby daddy shows up. Come on, y'all. I mean, the odds are astronomical, y'all. And I okay, let me say this because I probably will have to go in a minute. I really implore any of you who are feeling down about this situation, who are triggered about this situation for your own reasons, who are overly passionate, overly involved mentally or emotionally, I really implore you to detach yourself. Like, try to think of this as a scripted reality show because you really don't know, and I don't either, but you really don't know what's real and what's not, and it's not worth your personal peace to be giving it to people that could be possibly lying to you, right? So let's just try to separate the two if you can, and be a little detached, because y'all, some of y'all, I'm hearing your commentary and it's very, very emotional, and I feel bad for you in a sorts, because it's not worth that. It's not worth it. And if you want to feel something for the daughter, just pray for her. Pray that she only has one more year at home and she'll be a thriving young adult, by, against the odds. But to put that much energy into something and y'all don't even know what's a play and what's not a play, and y'all choosing sides, and everybody involved are fucking nutcases, I can't do it. I ain't gonna be able to do it. I ain't got it to give. Okay. And don't ask me if I'm coming live on Sunday, because I've been talking on this bitch for an hour and that's probably all I got. I don't know. It maybe something else will come up and we can discuss it. But yeah, y'all go check out Miss Dovey. That was a very interesting, and of course Nicole Reloaded got tripped up on her words because it's all a lie. Um Despite Miss Dovey trying to give her the floor, it's just all a lie. So that's why they get tripped up, and you know it's a mess. So let me ask y'all some questions. How many, like, okay, this seems like to be a kind of a biased chat in the sense of you guys are, ooh, if I say this, am I going to get in trouble? But y'all are kind of like, the normal kids, right? So let me ask it in the opposite direction. Is there anybody in this chat that believes Kiki? Is there anybody in the chat that's feeling bad for Kiki, that believes Kiki, that thinks that this is just an awful set of circumstances, that she sent the pictures when she was drunk, that, they believe that she was always drunk? Like, I mean, is there anybody who is totally on Kiki's side in the chat? LSA boss, hey, boo, I didn't say if you don't. I said if you do. I don't want to hear a whole bunch of hell no's. I got that part. The other, is there anybody that's willing to stick up and stand up? I guess it's kind of wrong verbiage, but that anybody feels like, no, y'all doing too much. Kiki deserves the benefit of the doubt. Okay, is there anybody? It ain't really no damn. It really ain't no way for me to ask the. Oh, let me say this: how many people in the chat feel like that there's a strong possibility that Rolex is the child's father? How many people in the chat feel like there's a strong possibility that Rolex is the child's father? Despite me what, Red Vines? Me what? Tell me, because you were in the middle of me asking that. Hey, Red Vines, me what? I don't know. You don't know? Okay, no. I am here, says no. Dobie helped me today. Dobie got tickled at herself. She sure did. She should. You think last 48 think he is? He not my baby daddy, so fuck him too. Tia, shut up. I didn't ask that question. No, Sherika says no. Okay, anybody other than the last 48? How many people in here? Why the chat ain't moving? I believe Sexy Toy Lady believes he's the father. He ain't the pappy. I'm asking if he is. It's 450 people in here. Why y'all ain't typing? Oh, you're on Kiki's side, Red Vines. Okay. That's interesting, Cancer. That's interesting, Cancer. Robin, my boo, says she don't know. She don't know. It's too much going on. She don't know if he is or not. This could still be a play, and Rolex is the dad. Okay, so you're saying it could be both straight out of the storyline. Gotcha. This could, that's what I just, I don't know nothing. Okay. Oh, you put it in there twice for you straight out. I thought my bifocal context was seeing stuff twice. Okay. I mean, he's taking responsibility for a child. Well, not really. He's taking verbal responsibility for a child. Nothing else. But good point. This could still be, girl, straight out of the storyline. Laptop or phone is repeating itself. Dori and Rolex are working for Kiki. Oh, okay. Oh, really? Because last time we heard from Dori, honey, she needs some money for a square, as she puts it. So maybe they still need a few money for a few packages of ramen noodles and a square. Verbal is good for court and back child support. Child, she ain't put him on his ass in 17 years. Is she? Is she going to? Come on now. That's a stretch, but I get it. According to the dad and daughter pics, she kind of looks like him, but the story is weird. Oh, good point, Wendy. I didn't see. Is it Wendy? Oh, okay. Yeah, that was a mind thing. I was like, that's not how you spell Wendy, but it is. Anyway, good point. I don't know that because I forgot how Rolex looked, kind of, sorta. and I didn't really look at the daughter's pictures at all. Okay, they all lie. They working together, QQ said. That actually makes sense, them working for Dori. Oh, yeah, that's what I think. I think they're working. I never put the verbiage like that they're working for. I always said with, but I think for is a better verbiage for me. I'm not even typing no more. I knew you. Yeah, you know how these devices. I hope there are some Emmy nominees for this. Oh, y'all call Ashley the Clown. Call Ashley the Clown. I'm sure she'll do one in 2027. Okay, girl.
Girl, who is Ashley the clown?
Trish.
Okay. Mm-mm.
Okay,
Sorry
girl.
about that, Sassy.
Oh, you're okay. I gotta go though. I gotta do one more hour of work so I can wrap it up. But
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, Sassy. I have to go downstairs challenge. Finish putting stuff in my chili. I'm sorry. I'm trying to multitask
oh
today.
no, you okay, honey? Please. That's why I be saying how these people. Girl, that's a whole nother subject for another day. Girl,
I
I'm glad I
know.
had. Girl, I'll be like, it's no way that you have a life, and baby,
It ain't no way.
Anyway,
And I don't even have no kids in the house, child. I don't
exactly.
understand how they do it.
Exactly. I
I
know
don't do
unbought.
it.
I heard that that Kiki just posted a whole bunch of pictures of her baby, right?
Uh-uh.
She sure did, girl.
So she's still running with the child.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
because the child is the trigger. She knows that. That's what
Yeah.
I'm talking
Yeah, she
about.
knows.
She knows
That's
it.
how she get people to take her side. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Yeah, they trick you because people can get triggered from their own childhood trauma so many different ways, and
Yeah.
they could have lost. It's just so many ways you can get triggered by child, by
Yeah.
child neglect is what I'm gonna call it.
Yeah.
But so anyway,
Yeah.
Sassy, what's your YouTube channeling? Who you are the last 48? How you don't know Sassy? No, that's my ego. It's
They do be
the
weird.
Sassy Show. It's the Sassy Show. Thanks for asking. All right, smooches to everybody in the chat. Y'all have been a pleasure. Thank you,
Okay.
girl. I'll see you around these streets.
Okay. Thank you, sassy girl.
You're welcome. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Y'all, Sassy done made it make a lot of sense to me. But that was a good question she asked. How many of you guys believe that this guy is actually the father? Like we said earlier, I think the odds are astronomical. But I mean, anything can happen. But I'm just confused. Like, I uh, I need some kind of proof because I just don't believe it until I see proof. Child, I just think it's like a storyline, and especially because Dory is mixed up in it. I don't mean no harm, but anytime Dory mixed up in something, girl, you got a side eye. I'm just saying. Mm-mm. 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 Uh-uh. I don't understand. I mean, I understand, but I don't believe it. I don't believe. Oh, I just don't believe it. It's just unfortunate. It's unfortunate for the child to be mixed up in this. And if the girl is still okay, so she asking people not to speak on her child, but she's still posting pictures of her child. And y'all know what? This is not even original when it comes to inserting your children into something like this. It's been done before. This ain't even original, Quani, is it? We done seen it before. Okay? That's right, the child. But why would you willingly put insert your child into this situation, say, boss, so that the child can become the victim? Because I agree, the child is the only victim. So, but why would you do that to your teenage daughter? Because we know that our teenagers are on the internet, and child, you'd be surprised what these kids come up with or what they see. You know what I mean? You'd be surprised. And so I still don't understand how she thinks it's cool or appropriate to insert her child. I don't get that. I don't even how she thought it was cool to send Ken those pictures. I don't care if she had on clothes up to her neck with a turtleneck wrapped around it twice. You ain't getting a picture of my daughter because I don't know you like it for real. Okay? I don't care if she had on a nun's habit. All right? I'm not doing that. I don't know you like it for real, child. But okay, that's just me. Maybe it's old fashioned, maybe it's overprotective, but it's just me. Okay? I'm just saying. Hmm. Unbox said at one point she said the child was an adult. If she's 17, she ain't an adult yet. Okay? If she's 17, she's not yet an adult. Okay? hmm And why would he need a picture of her daughter? That's well, I absolutely agree. Did he now see that's another question that I have. I'm glad you brought it up. Did he ask for a picture of her daughter, or did she voluntarily send the picture of her daughter? Does anybody know that? Did he ask for it, or did she just voluntarily send it? Agent backwards according to her mom. I agree, Unbow, because her daughter is the mommy. Okay, her daughter is the mommy. Because she got to take care of her mentally disturbed mama. That's unfortunate. Okay. I guess every time this year she was supposed. Oh, okay. So early this year she was supposedly 19. Everyone is to get in. Now, see, I didn't even know that Unbought because from what I heard, she was 17. So she was 19 and now she's 17. And so that's what you mean by aging backwards, child. Thank you, Crafts and House. Y'all give your girl a tip if you liking this content because we trying to make it make sense over here. That's why I'm glad Sassy came up because Sassy know more about this than I do. Benjamin Button syndrome. You a mess, Quani. Thank you, Tropical Punch. Can y'all please get the likes up? Please, please, please. I appreciate y'all. But anyway, y'all, that is why I wanted to have this conversation because I really just don't understand, like, how is all of this coming together so neatly all of a sudden on in this sector, and all of these peoples have their lives intertwined. Does that make sense to y'all? It's like a whole soap opera. I'm like, what? I'm like, honey, uh-uh. And then she over to hollering about she gonna sue somebody. Girl, sue yourself. Sue yourself for neglect. And Ken, sue yourself for being a freaking weirdo. And Rolex, child. Child. No, sir. No, sir. I thought I heard Kiki say she sent a pic with her daughter and niece on vacation. That's what I'm saying. Did he ask for it? Or did she volunteer it? And then it's her daughter and her niece. So you sent two girls' photos to a guy that you don't know for real. Okay. All right. If it don't make sense, it's not true. Right, Judge Judy. I know that's right, Lady Tia. What? If Dori is trying to revamp her page, absolutely. She got a good plan. Inserting herself. Exactly. But they supposed to have been such good friends. So, like, okay. Are they doing this just to do that? Like, oh, child. People forget Dori and Kiki both friends. Right. And moderated security. Exactly. That's what I mean. That's what I mean, Unbound. Exactly. What is the real she sent them? She sent them. She volunteered. Is that right? Meow meow. So he didn't ask for them. She voluntarily sent them. Wow, that says a lot about her. Okay, child. No ma'am. Do you believe Bree and Pizza met up? Crafts and Hall, whether they did or not, that is none of my concern. They both two basic heifers, and who cares? That's that's my commentary on that. I forgot about that till you said something. Cause like so, and either way. Thank you, Hypnotic Touch. Child, Yeah, Kiki and Dori is friends, so it would make sense that they concocted this plan together. In some kind of way, Rolex, agreed to play a part in it. You see what I'm saying? And so that's ridiculous. And in this situation, the child is the pond because it is triggering when you think about the daughter, the teenager. It's very triggering to people, and it forces people to pick a side. Y'all know how some folks is on here. Child. I don't understand, but I do understand. But until they show some kind of definitive proof? Because, and I'm just asking for proof. Well, see, number one, I hate to say it until they show some kind of definitive proof, I don't believe it, right? And the reason why I hate to say that out of my mouth is because, number one, if all of this is true, why in the world would you like put this out there to the public? Why would you do that? Like, what do you, and then you out here nigga splaining, even the guy. Why would you even allow that sort of thing? Because really nobody don't owe nobody nothing. And so for that reason, why in the world would you put it out here in front of the world, if you are an adult, for attention? That's really just ridiculous on all of their part. I recognize his voice right away. He cursed Dori out before. Child. That's what people were saying in Jay Wilson chat. For clicks and views, child. That's ridiculous. So you gonna use your child as a child? Rolex Kiki, baby, it was a bad move. Cause it put Dori in the news, but it revamps it. Right. It brings people to her page. Kwani is right. I agree with Kwani. Attention is a drug, honey. It's a powerful drug, Kwani. You right about that. It's desperation. It's just like a lot going on, But yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm-mm. Harris says yes at Kwani. Yes, and he admitted it on somebody panel last night. I think Jay Wilson. He admitted what? Harris. What did he admit? Child. Kiki loves attention, whether good. Yeah, absolutely. You can tell she does. But Sassy makes a good point. As to, is she trying to get rid of that new guy? What is his name? Is she trying to get rid of him? Because he probably just fooling with her for clicks and views too. Anyway, because he's a YouTuber. I'm like, child. So I mean, he ain't gonna want to let go of the story because he want his clicks and views too for his own channel. What's that guy's name she's supposed to be fooling with now? The big guy? So Octavius, thank you. He want his clicks and views too. So he don't mind joining in on the storyline, child. It does make you wonder, right? I'm like, oh wow, okay. Now anyway, guys, I'm gonna get off of here because we don't went over an hour and a half. I didn't mean to spend this long on this. I hope because we are free thinkers over here, real critical thinkers, and I just wanted you, and I'm glad Sassy came up because, like I said, she knows more about this than I do. And so we wanted to make it make sense. We wanted to give our theories and analyze and try to pick through some of this drama because sometimes some people, you can have so much coming at a one person that you can have so much when it comes to some people's minds, right? You can have so much coming at them at one point in time, they don't know what to think. And that's the reason why some people pick a side so fast, right? Because they really don't know what to think, right? But when you're a critical thinker, you just sit back, watch, and listen, and so that you can dissect it as it opposed to your way of thinking. And that is what I wanted to do today. And my final analysis is I don't believe none of it. And if you don't come out here and show definitive proof, I think y'all all telling a lie. I think it's disgusting to insert that child for whatever reason. And I think it's just unfortunate, but it is what it is. But if you make it public, child, we're going to talk about it. And evidently you want us to talk about it for attention or whatever you're trying to get, page views, attention or whatever. I hope that's what you're gaining from this. But girl, y'all ought to be shaming yourself. No, I didn't, Lavon. Did you hear Octavius refer to Kiki as a B? I didn't even watch that live. I didn't watch it. That's like I said, y'all know I have a short attention span, and I never talk about these people. But this right here was so ratchet when I heard it over there on Jay Wilson's, and I heard that man's voice, and I was reading that chat. I was like, "Child, you got to be kidding me!" Woo, child. I agree with that. All y'all lines like everybody involved is out of order. I absolutely agree with that. That don't make no sense. I was like, oh my goodness. And if you're such a good daddy, and you're only focused on protection. Why you jumping from panel to panel like LSA Ball said? Why are you jumping from panel to panel? Okay. But Tropical Punch know what I'm getting ready to do. Kwani says straight out of a storyline that leaves Octavius out in the cold. Right, Kwani? So he gotta try to insert himself to get his clicks and views any way he can. That's why Sassy probably said, in my opinion, is she really trying to get rid of Octavius, child? You right, Kwani? Ooh, child. Y'all have a good day too, Chlorio. Thank you, girl. Thank you. Miss O, did you address? Oh, I didn't even know she made commentary on me, child. But I don't know them people. And if I don't know them people, they don't exist. And if they don't exist, I wouldn't even know to go to the channel to listen. I don't know them people. I don't. So I don't know them people. No. Mm-mm. Is that right, Levon? Mm-mm. Mm-mm. But anyway, I'm gonna get out of here, y'all. But y'all have a good day. Y'all be safe. Ain't no telling what kind of storyline is gonna pop off next. See, y'all have to watch people that are known liars because, honey, any they lie so good they'll start believing it. You know what I mean? To the point that it'll sound believable because they just is just really putting their heart and soul into it. You know what I mean? And so that's why you have to watch and dissect for yourself. Okay, I know that's right, Kwani, right? But y'all hit the like button, please, on your way out the door. Don't forget to give me a tip on the Cash App, $OracleSpeaks if y'all like this content. And I'm gonna talk to y'all later. Y'all be safe. We're gonna have to see what the week brings us. Okay, see what we can come back and give our commentary on. And everything that I talked about today. Thanks, Sassy, for coming up. Thanks, Jay Wilson, for coming up. These are my opinions and my opinions alone. Nothing is these are just my opinions. This is just how I feel about it, okay? Because this is my commentary. Y'all know I don't beef with nobody, but I do give commentary on what I see on the streets. And if you don't like what I say, honey, then don't put it out there because we got a right to talk about it. And on that note, I love you guys. And I'm gonna talk to y'all later. Thank you so much for my temporary moderators. You guys are godsends. Thank you so much. I really appreciate y'all. And I'm gonna talk and thank you guys for participating so well in the chat. Okay. I'm gonna talk to y'all next time. Bye bye. Peace.